Hello, welcome. This is Austin from tclassify.com. Today we are going to be learning how to create a website using HTML coding. And to do this, you simply get to the start button, get to the notepad, and start the coding. In the coding, we are going to be using HTML coding. So we open the HTML tag and close it up. Okay, once we've done that, we'll open up HTML head tag and close it up as well. Having done that, we're gonna open up a title tag. Close it up. This is simply the technique used in writing HTML. So inside this title, we're going to have the title of our website, and I'm going to simply use Austin as the title. Good. So having done this, I'm going to then open the body tag. Come down and close it up. See, the closing tag has slash before it. So inside this body, this is where I'm going to have the content of my website, and I'm going to have this is my first web site. Okay, that's all about it. So I'm gonna just save this file, save as. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm saving in the desktop directory by making sure that desktop is here. So I'm gonna save it with the file name austin.html. Make sure you put .html, then text file type should be all files. Then I'm gonna click on save. So once I do that, I've saved this. So I can quickly get to my desktop and search to see where it is saved, and I can see it here, Austin. You can see it here. So I then double click on it to see how my website looks. Okay, so this is my website. This is my first website, and this is the title, Austin, just the way I have it here. So this source code gives this when you preview it on the browser. So this is the title Austin as it is written here, and this is my. Hello, welcome to tclassify.com. This is Austin from tclassify.com. We're going to be continuing from the last lecture that we had on HTML 001. This is HTML 002, and this is the code that we wrote for a simple website that has title as Austin, and inside the body, this is my first website. So when we run this using a browser, this is exactly how I'm going to see it. This is title Austin, this is the body, this is my first website. So this HTML code gave out this on the browser. So this is the source code for this website. So if we're going to try adding on some things to make some changes to this. Say we want this background that is white to be yellow. Just come here, put our cursor and say BG color equal to yellow. Save this and we'll refresh. You see, the background is now yellow because of this code that we wrote in here. So we can make more changes. We could say this is Austin's web page. Write something like this. We'll save it. Then we'll refresh. You can see more words are added to this. This is Austin's web page. So the more things you write inside this source code, the more you see the changes here. You see all these are written on the same line. You could break it up by adding the break tag. Save this, refresh. It's now on the second line. So the more changes you make here, you save and refresh, you get it here. You can bring it down to the center by using this tag center. Get it to this place, center. Save this, refresh. So it's now on the center. Oops, that was a mistake. There should have been a closing center tag, so that should take only the first line to the center. Good. This is actually what I wanted to see. See, the more changes we make to the source code, the more better our website looks. So this is what we are having because of the changes that we just made here. You can make this to be bolder. If you want this to be bolder, use a tag known as h1. So we just say h1. Oh yeah, welcome. So we're going to continue. Want to make this to look bolder than the rest of the page. So we are using a tag known as h1. So we're going to close the tag h1. So you see, we close the sentence that we want to be bolder in the tag h1. So once we do that, we can just save this. Oh, I didn't save. Oops, I have to save first, then I refresh it, then it will come to, yeah. So because I saved and refreshed, see, this is bolder than this because I used the tag h1. So to make this look much better, I'm going to make this out a little bit. Okay, so this on this line, see, this very line is what we have here, where this other line is what we have here. So get this down. So this is the site we're having. By making some changes on the source code, we'll see the effect on the other side. So I could add other things here like picture. If I want to say picture here, yeah, you can write the code for the picture. If I want this page to link to another page, I could write the code for linking. So this is actually what happens, and this is the basic structure of HTML page. That's how it is written. First of all, you're gonna have the HTML tag that opens and closes down here. Have the header that contains the title, and this is the title Austin. So the whatever you write here is what you want to be shown here. If you put Austin 1 and save, that means you're gonna have Austin 1 here. You see the title has changed from Austin to Austin 1. So this is actually how it happens. The body is inside here, apart from anything apart from here, inside here is inside this body. So we say body bg color. Bg means background color equal to yellow. That's why we're having the background color to be yellow. Then we say header 1. That means we want the size of this to be higher than the rest. That's why we put it in this header and put it in center because we wanted it to come to center. So that's why we have this way. This one we wrote it ordinarily. That's why we have it ordinarily. So this is the basics of HTML coding. Austin from tclassify.com. Today we're going to be continuing from where we stopped. If you remember, this was the last code. This is actually the last code we had. This is a simple HTML file that has title Austin 1 with background color yellow and has this and this in the body. So if we run this is actually what we're gonna see. See, the background is yellow with this is Austin Web written bold, and this is the title Austin 1. Like I told you, everything you do here automatically comes here. So here we have Austin 1. That's why we are having Austin 1 over here. If you remove this one, save the changes that you just made and you refresh this, see, you're now having only Austin, no more Austin 1. So we can continue working on this file to see the changes made here on the main folder. You see BG color is yellow. If we change this BG color to red, then we'll save these changes we just made. Now we're going to see that the background is going to be red. Okay, so you can see that every changes you make here automatically comes over here. This is my first website designed for this tutorial. So if you make changes like this, save it and run it, you see you're now having, this is my first website designed for this tutorial. So like I told you before, any changes that you make on this source code, it automatically comes on the web browser itself. So today we are going to be doing some clear ups to make our work to be more uniform and more understandable. This Austin file, HTML file, and this is where you can locate it on your desktop. Anytime you click on this, you're gonna see this. Then if you want to get this, just still go to this, right click and say open with notepad. Once you do it, you're gonna see this. Okay, so we're gonna create one folder that is going to contain our website. So to create a folder, you right click and say new folder. So this folder, we are gonna name it Austin Web. So this is gonna be the folder that will contain every file that we'll be using in this tutorial. So we'll just take this and put it inside this folder. So hello, welcome. This is Austin from tclasswrite.com. We are continuing from where we stopped. So this is the folder that contains our web page. Now we're going to be operating from this folder, no longer from desktop. So if you open this folder, you see our web page, Austin. So this folder is going to be working as our website now. Inside the web folder, we have our first web page, which is Austin, and this is how it shows when you preview it on the browser. So today we are going to learn how to echo image on our website. So to open our source code, like I taught you before, you open it using Notepad. So this is the source code. We're going to learn how to echo image. So anytime you want to echo image, just copy the image you want to echo. Like me, I want to echo this image, participant image. You can just drag it and put it inside here. Make sure that it is in the same folder with your web page. So when you have something like that, then you can write the image echoing code, and that code is img crc equal to, then you put the name of the image. The name of my image is participants.jpg. So this is the name of my image. So I'm going to save the changes that I just made. It's participant.jpg because when you come here, that's the name, participant. JPG is the type, so that's why I'm having participants.jpg. So if I make these changes and save it, then I go back to my website, then I refresh it. You see, I'm able to see the image. So this is the image shown on my website. As you can see, the image is just too big, so I have to make sure that I reduce the size to make it look more better. So if I come here and put width equal to, say, 100, then I put height equal to, say, 100. So I'm now specifying the size of the image so that to make it look more reasonable. See, it's now smaller. It looks much better now. So 100 seems to be very small, so I could just make this to be up to 400, while I make this to be up to 300. Save it and refresh. Good. So this is the image that I just echoed on my web. Hello, welcome. So from the last work we did, we were able to echo this image on our website. Now we want this image to look more organized. You see, the image is on the same line with the sentence we wrote. So to make it to come down so that it will look more better, you can just put the break code here, BR. This is the break tag. So we save the changes we make and refresh. So you see it's more organized now. So this is what we are having now. Now quickly we're going to learn how to create another page apart from this hosting, so that we can link from one page to the other. So let's say we want to create another page, we can just quickly copy this and paste it to use it in making another page. So we can just open up another notepad. So this is a new notepad. We just copy everything here. Just click and drag, right click and say copy. Put it in another notepad, the new one, paste it. So this is the new one. So we can change the title and just call it linked page. So this is the second page, linked page. So since this one is having background red, let's just change this one to green. Okay, so instead of having this is Austin's work page, let's just have this is Austin's linked web page. Okay, so we'll just quickly save this. Like I told you, everything you're saving now should make sure that the directory is in Austin web. So this is the second page. We are gonna name it say linked .php. Okay, make sure that you no, oops, that's a mistake. It has to be linked.html because we are still doing HTML. Make sure that all files is selected, then you can then save. So the new page is now linked.php.html, I mean, sorry. So inside the folder, this is the next one, so you can just click on it to see how it looks. See, this is the second web page. So we're now having two web pages, Austin and linked page. So we want to see how we can link these two together, so that we have a link inside there where we can click and it gets to this other point. So how do we go? Hello, welcome. We are still continuing from where we stopped the last time. So these are the two new pages that we have, Austin and linked. So I want to be able to link these two pages so that anywhere you click on here, you can get to the next page immediately. So to do this linking, we get back to the source code. This is where we do most of the coding. So we want to link these two. So let's say we come up to this place and we'll say a href equal to this austin.html. I want to link it up with linked page. So say the name of the file is linked.html. If you remember the name we used in saving the recent file we just created. So this is the file. So we'll say a linked page. So close up the A tag. So anywhere you see this code ahref is the code for linking, and this is the name of the file we want to link to, and this is the representation that we want to see on the browser, so that when we click on it, it leads us to the next file. So you save these changes, then you come here and preview. Okay, this is a linked page. It's now written here. So once you click on this, it takes you to this one. Okay, so we're going to write another link page here that will take us to this other one. So how you can do it easily is by just copying this link code and putting it on the next file, because this is where I want to write the link now. Put it over here and paste it. Make sure you change this. This should now be what? Austin, because that's the page it's linking to. Make sure you write this to be, say, home. Taking the home file to be Austin. So you save. Once you save this and refresh, okay, you now see home. So once you click here, it takes you back. Click here, it takes you to the next page. So that's basically how to link up to pages when you're working on internet or when you're doing your web development. You can see these two pages can now be linked. So for me to get to the linked page, I don't need to go clicking here or opening it. I'll just go click on the link. You can see the color is changed. It's not normal black color. It has a different color to show you that it's linked. And once you bring the cursor close to it, you could see the cursor change to a handle, so that you can just click on it, gets you to another website. Just click on it. Welcome, this is Austin from tclassify.com. Today we are going to be learning how to code a HTML form. This is what a form, HTML form, looks like. A form is any page like this, where you can fill in some data and click on the submit button to take the data to the database, where it could be stored and be used later for so many other things. So any web page like this that you have fields where you can fill in and submit is known as a form. This form could be used, say you want to fill in a registration form for job application online. Any online form that you fill, and after filling you say submit, is known as a form. So today we are going to be learning how to code a form. This is a very basic form because it has very few fields: first name, last name, or age. So I'm going to teach us how we can be able to code this form. So quickly get to start button, then the notepad. Like I told us before, any coding we are doing, I have to start with the HTML opening and closing tags. Then we have to code the head. Okay, then inside the head we're gonna have the word title. Okay, so we're just gonna use a registration form as the title for this work. Hope that sounds good. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, so after the title, then we are gonna have the body. Expected to have the form inside the body. Oops, supposed to have this because this is a closing. Okay, so inside this body, this is where I'm gonna have the form now. So to create a form, this is how we go about it. We say form action equal to, here we're gonna include the PHP script that is going to do the insertion into the database for us. So I normally call it insert.php. Then we're going to have the method for the insertion, which we are going to have as post. Okay, so this is the first line of code that you have whenever you're having a form. You best close it with a form as well. Okay, welcome back. So let's continue. You have this post. So this, inside this form, this is where you're gonna write the code for these fields. So how do we write the code for these fields? Just come down here, then you write first name, because we are having first name there, put this mark. Then we're gonna have input type equal to text, because we want to have a text box. That's why we have input type equal to text. We're gonna name this field so we're gonna name it first name written in capital in small letter. So this is the first name is what you see here, and this input type text equals to first name. This is the next one, this open box. So we could just copy this, since we have similar thing in 3 places. We could just copy it and paste it, come down again and paste it, so that we can easily change this. This should be last name, so we have last name. Input type is still text because we are using the same kind of text box. So we have last name. So we're here, we're gonna have age, and we'll do well to as well change this to age, but then in small letter. So this is 3 of these that we're having here. So we are gonna put the input for the input type equal to, and I'll put the submit, so that we can have the submit button just like the way we have it in this one. So when we have it stuff like this, we have our form well written. So we could just save this and see the way it looks. So we'll go to file, save as. So when we come here, we'll make sure that we save in our Austin web folder. This is the folder we are using now. So we have form.html. Make sure you put .html. Then choose all files. Then we'll save. Good. So we now have this form saved. So we can easily search for this and run it and see the way it looks. So let's get to this Austin web. Open it. So this is the form. Click on it so that it runs. See the way it looks. So it's still opening. This is the one we use for the description, but this is the one that is opening now, so that we see. Hello, welcome. So this is the way it looks when we open it. This is the first name, last name, age, submit. You see the one we'll use for description has it all written in one, much better organized in one line. But here we don't have it in one line. So we have a simple thing that we did not do, which is we didn't put breaks. So if we just put break, save this and refresh, you see it has broken to the next line. So that's it for that. If we put another break code, here, so that we can get it broken down and be written much better. Okay, then we'll refresh this. So this is what we'll see now. Okay, so now could do other things from what we learned the last time. We could say bg color equal to gray. I want to give it a background color of gray, so that our form will look much better. So you click on it, see our form now is now gray background. So we can make other additions. Could call this registration form as a form of heading. So we'll say something like that. Oops, let's break it down so that it enters another line. So registration form, you see it's now written here, but I think it should be better if we put it in a header. Say H1. Make sure we close it up as well. H1. Okay, save it now. So it's now much bigger. So this is a registration form where you can register your first name, last name, age, and then submit. so that it goes to the database. This insert.php is where you write the script, that the PHP script that connects this form to the database, so that you can post using this post method. So could as well bring this to the signer by using this code. Okay, save this, refresh. Okay, registration form is now in the signer. So like I told you, any changes you make on this. Hello, welcome. This is Austin from tclassify.com. Today we're going to be continuing from where we stopped the last time on creating a website known as Austin Web. Then inside Austin Web, we already created a page known as Austin, and this Austin page we linked it to linked page, another page known as linked page. So this is the link. You can be clicking on the link to get to the various linked places. And you remember we created a form known as registration form. This registration form has not been linked to any of these pages. So today we are going to learn how to link it to the rest of the pages that we have. So far, if we open our Austin Web folder, which is our website Austin Web, we have pages Austin, we have Austin form, and we have linked. So Austin is this page you are seeing here. Austin is this page you are seeing here. This is the home page Austin. So that's the first page. Then we have our linked. Linked is this page here. When you click here, this is the linked. Okay. Then we have the form. The form is this registration form here. Whereas this picture here, this picture you're seeing here, is the picture that you have in this place, linked page. Okay. So those are the things we have in our folder for now. When you get to tclassify.com, follow the link to source codes. You are going to see all these source codes, so that even if you are not able to type them, you can just go and download the source codes. Download the zip file, unzip it, so that you can continue the lectures. So we are going to continue with learning how to link up the form with the other pages. Like now, we have only one link here, so we're going to open get to Austin. This is Austin page. We want to link both the form and the other page, the linked page. So we're going to quickly go to open the source code. Like I told you, if you want to do anything, you must have to work on the source code. So this is the source code for austin.html. So we need to open it up. So when we open it, this is what you see. This is the code for the linking for the link page. So we're going to quickly link the form by just copying this, putting a break code here so that it comes to the next line, then put it down and Ctrl V, paste it. Sorry, oops. So pasted this. So instead of linked page, we are going to have form.html. So here it's also good we clean this up and write form. Okay, they just write registration. Oops. Welcome back. So we are writing something here. So registration form. So this is exactly what you're supposed to have. So that will make this link as well on the Austin page. We just succeeded in including. So I'm putting a break code so that I'll break this to the next line. We just succeeded in putting another link known as registration form. So when you save this now and refresh this, good. So we see you see two links now. We have linked page, registration form. So when you click on linked page, it takes you to another page. Get back to home. When you click on registration form, it takes us to registration form automatically. So this is good for us now. So so we're going to learn I'm going to teach you how to make this link to get to all the pages, so that all of them will be having like triple links. So I'm going to put another link known as home, and home page is going to link us to austin.html. We're going to make austin.html the home page. So when you call, still copy this as well. Copy this, paste it here. Good. So these are gonna be the home page. So we just name it Austin.html, and here we're gonna just name it home. Anytime you see this ahref stuff, it means that you're writing a linking page, and in the linking page, what goes in here is the page that you want to link. Then this is just the label. So when you do this, you save, then you refresh. So you see the impact now. Now you have home here, you have links page, and you have a registration page. If you want to get this link the way it is here to all the pages that you've done, so you just simply need to do is to copy this. These are the 3 links we have so far. You say copy, then we'll open up the other pages that we have. Get to your Austin web folder, open up form. Okay, so this form, so get to this place and Ctrl V, paste it so that you have all of it there. Make sure you save the changes when you do them. Then open up the linked page as well. I know you already have this, but just select it up so that you replace it with the other link that you copied. Save it as well. Good. So you've just pasted the 3 links that you created on this one as well. So make sure that you save it. When you do this, you see that the 3 links are now, the 3 pages are now linked up together. You see home, linked page, and registration form. These are the 3 pages that you have here. We have Austin, which we are using as home now. Then we have form, which is registration form. Then we have links, which is the linked page. So these 3 pages now are linked. This is the picture participant that you have here. So with what we just did now, you have all these 3 pages linked, so that you don't need to open a new browser for you to access them. So with this now, you can now on this your home. When you click on home, it doesn't take you anywhere because home is also okay. Oops, that was a mistake. So quickly get back to this, get to the code for Austin. This Austin.html home, Austin.html home. Okay, so this should work well. Austin.html. Okay, so quickly save this. When we click on link, it takes us to link page. Create and registration form, it takes us to registration form. Click back on link. Okay, it gets back to this home. Home should take us to Austin.html, but it's not working, so there should be a problem. Austin, so check out home, Austin.html. Okay, I wrote AUT, so there's no S here, so that's why Austin link is not working. So you save it up again. Make sure you go to the link and still put S here, so that's gonna work. Any simple mistake that you make in your stuff, then the linking is not gonna work. So put S in all these, then we'll save the file. Good. So it's expected to work perfectly now. Okay, so you refresh the changes, so now you can now click on the various links. Good. See, all the links are working now and taking us to the various pages that we have. The 3 pages that we have is being linked up together. So that's perfect for now. In the next class, we're going to do an entirely different thing. Good. I hope you understood what we did. We just copied these 3 lines of link and pasted it on all the 3 pages that we have in our Austin folder. This is Austin from tclassify.com. So the last tutorial we had was on these links that we just put. And as you can see, we now have links on all the 3 pages that we have. These are the 3 pages that we have in Austin Web: Austin, Form, and Link. Austin is for home.html. Austin.html is for home. Form is for registration form. Link is for linked page. So the page Austin has the link as home. The page form has its link as registration form, whereas the page linked has its link as a linked page. So I'm going to explain how we wrote the linked page inside all these pages. Like when you open Austin, which I told you is the link that has its link as home. These are the 3 links. So let me open Austin now. This is home. Great. So this is the home page, and this home page will save it with austin.html inside our folder. This is our website folder. This is austin.html. When you open this, you're going to see this source code. So how are we able to have this? This is the source code that is interpreted as this. Like I taught you, this how you go about writing your HTML, the header, the title. This is where we have it. The background color is red. That's why the background color here is red. This is the heading. This is Austin web page, written in a bold H1. This is it here. So this first link is austin.html, because we are linking back to this austin.html. This label home is what you see here. So this line of link, first line is this. Then the second line of link, where we have the label as linked page. This is the label linked page, and it's linking us to linked.html. And this is linked.html here, linked.html. The third one is form.html, which has label as registration form. This label registration form is what you are having here, registration form, and it's linking us to the next source code, which is form.html. So you see the way it moves. This 3 item is what you see here, and because we've copied it to all the pages, that's why we see it on all the pages. If you click on link.html, the 3 is here. Click on form, the 3 is also here. So that's how we got to this. So simply, once you want to have link, just copy these 3. If it's only 3 that you want. This Austin from tclassify.com. So like I was saying, any new page that we create now, we're going to just copy this, the highlighted codes, and paste on all of it, so that we can be able to get all this link, so that we can migrate easily and navigate to all the pages that we have on our site without having to open a new browser for them. So that's what we have. Like I told you, when you go to www.tclassify.com, you get to the source code section. You're going to see most of these updated source code. I'm going to be updating them and be pasting them for you, so that you can easily download it from there, combine it just the way it is combined here, so that you can easily use it. So like I told you, this is the folder that we're working in. We have Austin, form, and links. So now we are going to be writing a code that will link the stuff that we put here inside this form, so that when we say submit, it will take the information that we've submitted to the database. I taught you how to create a database, so you can still check the YouTube video for MySQL 001 is going to start teaching you how to create a database. It's already there, so I'm going to teach you how to link up the database with what we have here. So that's the next line of lectures that we're going to be taking. But before we do that, I want us to do one important thing. Now that we have WAMP server in our system, we're going to be operating from inside the WAMP server, because PHP codes that is going to do the connection for us is a server-side scripting language, so it can only run from the server. So we need to copy this Austin web that we have here and put it inside the directory for the WAMP server that we've already installed. I've already told you how to download WAMP server and get it into your system. so that you can easily do this. So we just copy this hosting web. I'm not going to be operating from desktop again, so I'm going to just copy this hosting web and put inside my WAMP server, because that's where I'm going to be writing all the codes from this time around. So I've already copied it. I'm going to go into the WAMP server and paste it. So this is how you get to WAMP server. Click on the computer. When you open, click on your C to open your C. When your C opens, get to WAMP. You're going to see it there. When your WAMP opens, get to www. When it opens, just paste the hosting web. I'm going to do Ctrl V to paste. Go, this is my hosting web. So this is where I'm going to be operating from henceforth, so that my work will be well done. Hosting web that we copied, and we've now put it inside our www directory, which is inside our WAMP server directory. Like I told you, since we are going to start using PHP code that will do the connection, that will connect our form to the database, we need to write a PHP code. And for us to write a PHP code, we have to be working from inside WAMP. So make sure your hosting web is now placed inside WAMP by going to computer, local disk, WAMP, www, then you paste it. So this is where we are going to be having all our websites. All these are websites that we are having. So for this hosting web, this is it. So this is where we're going to be working. So I'm going to give you a code that will do the connection for us. And the code that is going to do this connection, I'm going to just copy a snippet code that I already have before and use it for these lectures. So that's code. That code is actually here. Good. So this is the code that we're going to use for our connection. So I'm going to open a new notepad and paste it. This code, when you get to the source code section of tclassify.com, you're going to see this code already pasted there for you to download and use, so that the work will be easier for you. So this is the PHP code that does the connection, and this is the way it is explained. These are PHP connection. Now you're trying to make connection to the database that you have. You're using localhost, like I told you, since you're not hosted online. Root is the name of the username. For every WAMP server that you download, root is the username. User password, we are not using any password. Then users, which is the name of the database, but we are not going to be using users now. Like, you know, our database that we created, then we have the name as HostingDB. So let me open it so that we'll see it. So we're going to make sure that our WAMP server has been started, because without starting the WAMP server we cannot work. So this is the new PHP code, and the name of our database is HostingDB. So that's why we're having HostingDB there. So we're going to work on this code, and when we work on this code, it will be able to connect this classify.com, and we're continuing our lecture. So when you go to your web browser address bar and type in localhost, you're going to see this. So when you see this, just go open phpMyAdmin, so that we'll see our database. Like I told you, this is how you access your database that you've already created before. Even when you want to create a new one, that's how you go about it, by typing localhost here. Then it will open up your WAMP server that you've earlier installed. Like I told you, I've already done the installation of this in one of the video lectures that is in the series. So you better get to tclassify.com, check out the playlists that are there, so that you follow the lectures serially, so that you'll be able to understand it much more better. So when you open up this, you're gonna see where we have our Austin DB, so that we can now learn how to connect it using this PHP code. So we're going to save this PHP code, like I told you, this Austin DB, and that's why the database name here. This is the connection for the database. You see MySQL Connect. When you want to do connection, you're connecting to localhost because you're using localhost here. Root is the name of the user. This is general for most of the WARM server. Password, we are not using any password. Database name AustinDB because we're having AustinDB here. So I've already done this. My serial lecture for my SECO 001. Check it through. That's where you see where I showed how to create this website. I mean this database. So quickly I'm gonna save this. Like I said before, we are gonna be now saving into the WARM server directory. So quickly I get to my C, so that I'll be able to put it inside the WARM server directly. So this C, this computer, then this C, then I need to get to WARM. Okay, this WARM, this www, and this Austin web. So this is where I'm gonna save it, and I must make sure that I save it with PHP. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say insert db, that's the name, .php. I'm saving it with insert db.php. Select all files, make sure you do that, save. So I've saved this now. So I'm gonna start working on this to make it possible for it to be able to connect quite easily. So let me open the form. This is the form we are having, and this is the PHP code that is doing the connection. So having done this, the next place I'm going to get, this is just the normal code. I'm going to get to this slide and say insert into table, link that table. So this is now the table. So we are continuing, insert into table. So we want to know the name of the table that we are inserting. This is AustinDB. When you open it up like this, so the name of the table is reg form table. Okay, reg form table. So when we open up this, we are supposed to be having here reg form table. So that's the name of the table. So what are the fields we are having here? We are having first name, last name, and age. First name, last name, age. So all these ones we don't have them. So I can quickly delete this. Like I told you, this is the code that I've already used in one connection that I've made already. So we're just working on it to change it in order to make it useful in the lecture that we're doing now. So we have first name, last name, age, because that's what we have here. So here I should also have first name, last name, age. So all these other ones are not needed. So I'm going to quickly delete them. So that I now have first name, last name, age. So this is just about it. Once you have a code like this, you can save it. So it should be working. So then I need to get to the form as well. So quickly I'm going to go to my C. I'm going to go to WARM. I'm going to go to www. Then I'm going to go to Austin Web, which is the folder I'm working with. So I need to get to this form as well and make some changes. So this is the form I'm having. So insert db, that's what should be the name here, insert db.php. So make sure you have it like that on your own. Then save. Good. When you have this, you see that your code is now should be working perfectly. Like I told you before, all the source code, including this new code that I have, you can see it in www.takeclassify.com at the source code section. So go there now and copy all of it, fix it inside one folder like we have here. Make sure you create your database the way I taught you, then it's gonna work. You see that whenever you fill this and click submit, it will submit. Thank you very much. In the next coming lectures, we're gonna go deeper into how to do this. Make sure you get this from my website so that you get the accurate code, so that you don't make mistake in typing them. All the codes and source code I will be writing on the video tutorials are going to be available on the source code section of www.techcast5.com. Thank you. Okay.